What's up guys? In today's video I'm about to show you that mastering your psychology will solve most of your life problems. And not only you will avoid suffering in your life and dissatisfaction, but you will also increase your general happiness in life. And the happiness, I'm not talking about kind of happiness that you buy a new Ferrari, for example, and for a month or two or even for a year you just feel good. That's not happiness, that's an emotion, that's a feeling good, okay? The happiness I'm talking about kind of that you wake up in the morning and you feel excited, you can't wait to start the day, okay? The kind of happiness that when you go to work, you're excited, you come back home and you feel general satisfaction from life, and it's just amazing, okay? In this video I wanted to break down that if you master your psychology, and I will tell how to master your psychology, how it can benefit you. If you're new to this YouTube channel, I want to tell you that I'm a recovery addict who broke addictions to drugs like cocaine, ecstasy, all party kind of drugs. I was addicted to alcohol, cigarette, weed, gambling, and most of the addictions, because I have this addictive type of personality, which is an existing thing, and I broke all of this by addressing the underlying cause of my addictions, which was in my brain, in my psychology. I had an emotional trauma and I had to heal myself. I went to therapies, I healed myself, and now I'm sharing my knowledge which I acquired for free for you, because this is amazing feeling what I feel now, and I want you who's watching this video right now to feel the same. So make sure that you subscribe for this YouTube channel, because you will receive a lot of information like this to master your psychology, train your brain, and break your addiction hopefully, and become a happy person in life, okay? So today I wanted to tell you, and I wanted to talk about that change. If you want to make change in your life, it will not happen in one day, first of all, okay? You need a time, it's a journey, and it takes couple of months, for some people couple of years, depends on your current situation and your pain. But if you wanted to make change, it is associated with pain. People won't make change unless your present moment is more painful, you experience more pain right now than the pain of change, okay? This is the key of making a development in yourself and coming up with breaking out of your addiction, so to say. Okay, so if your addiction has a big effect on your life in a bad way right now, then it means that you can make change. Otherwise, if you're comfortable with your life and your addiction doesn't really bother you, then you're not gonna make a change. When we talk about psychology, it's always important to go back in your childhood and see what happened in the past, because it has dramatic effect on your life right now. The pain that you experienced in your childhood, maybe it was that you did not receive enough love from your family, or maybe it was that your parents went through a divorce. You had a stressful environment, not only because of your family, but because of the outside world too. For example, me, I grew up in a country where there was a war. Everyone was going crazy, people were just dying in the streets, and I went through a lot, and it was a stressful situation as a child to look at people dying in the street and being afraid every time to go out. But maybe your situation was different, maybe your parents abused you, or whatever it might be. The childhood has dramatic effect on you right now. But the good thing is that it's reversible, so you can heal yourself out of it. But in order to heal yourself, you need to really understand where is the problem, okay? That's why professional therapy is useful, because he helps you or she helps you to understand what is your exact problem and what is your exact cause of your addiction. I always talk about this because people think that addiction is a choice. It is not. And people think that it's a kind of the disease. It is not a disease. It's not a brain disease. Yes, there is this type of addiction type of personality. It exists and it is genetic and also depends on the environment, but that doesn't mean that because you're addicted to drugs it's because of a disease that you have something in your brain. Okay, it's a result of your pain, it's a result of your childhood trauma, it's a result of some kind of emotional disaster that you're experiencing. Okay, and in order to heal it you have to understand what happened. Now, as you identify what is the problem and exactly know what kind of pain you're dealing with, then it's much easier to work on it. As you got traumatized in your childhood, you decided to disconnect yourself from the environment and from the people, because you were like, okay, if you didn't get enough attention, if you didn't get enough love, you got so much stress. It's a self-defensive mechanism that your body and your brain started to generate. I'm gonna use this word. You were like, okay, fuck all of you. If you don't pay attention to me, I'm gonna take care of myself and I'm gonna be on my own. Okay? Because you didn't relate to them. They kind of rejected you, and now you stayed isolated to yourself because you wanna survive and you wanna go ahead in your life, and you saw that they're not kind of on your side. Okay, and that's where the disconnect happened, the disconnect between other people and you. Now, it is very important to realize that human beings, we are social creatures and we can't survive without each other. Just think about it for a moment, that imagine you get all the money you wanted, you get all the things you wanted in this life, and just you stayed alone in this universe. You're alone, there are no your family, no more friends, nobody exists, it's just you, no more living creatures. You would get very, very depressed and you would probably maybe commit a suicide. Okay, and the reason is because, and the same thing is happening right now to you, because you're disconnecting from the world. You want to be on your own, you want to be individual, but that's not your fault. It's the self-defensive mechanism that your body started to generate because they didn't really care about you. And that's not the way to go about it. In order to heal yourself, you have to reconnect firstly to your true self, not the egoic mind, that what I always talk about in my videos. Your egoic mind is the self-defensive mechanism that your body generated, that it built up a lot of ego to defend yourself, okay? And when you disconnect from your ego and connect to your real self and connect to your true self, you will start to reconnect to other people as well. But of course, it cannot happen in 1 second. It takes time, it's a process, and the healing is a process as well. So that's the way to go about it. If you want to really heal yourself from addiction, you have to start connecting to your true self, and you have to start connecting to other people as well. Okay, the good news is that it's fixable. Even though a lot of people think that you had some trauma in your childhood, is not going to recover. Okay, when you realize that we are whole, like everybody, if I did not exist, you would not exist too. And just again, same example that I said, if you were alone in this world, you would not survive much longer. You would go crazy in a couple of years, or maybe even month or week. Okay, so that's the importance of us, like other people. And if you're trying to disconnect and live your life individually, like you have your own flat, you have your own career, you want to have your own things, you want to buy your own car and stuff like this, it's just going to build up more worse and worse in yourself, in your deeper self, because you're disconnecting even more and you're using your egoic mind that is not going to bring you happiness in life, and that egoic mind is destroying you, and it is causing your actual drug addiction, because it's hard to live with your egoic mind. You want to sometimes break out of it, and you use some kind of drug. Like, some people get addicted to shopping, some people get addicted to Facebook, some people get addicted to ridiculous things just because they want to turn off from this egoic mind, conditioned mind. And it's because you're not able to connect to your true self. So once you start reconnecting, I believe everything is going to start healing. Your life is gonna get much better. You feel more excited. You start to appreciate life in general. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope that it gives some advice to you. And if you have any questions about this subject, please comment below. Otherwise, like the video and subscribe if you're new on this channel, because I'm gonna be sharing a lot of information about addiction and how to heal yourself. See you guys in my next video.